process for and the quest of the PDP to get back its mandate via courts, which is something he highlighted. Is there something we should be worried about? Because that statement simply would mean that, I mean, some people have pointed at the G5 governors to say, well, these were people who clearly did not support the presidential candidate at the time and all had whoever they were supporting. And as it stands, it would make sense if someone suspects that they do not support the PDP presidential candidate at the moment in the tribunal. So what was Bala Mohammed trying to say when he said that? Is there something within the PDP that is ongoing that perhaps we're not aware of?
Well, Bala Mohammed was not speaking to PDP University or anybody from University. He made a general statement to every member of People's Democratic Party. It was a general statement. This is the phase where we are now in the party. Whatever that has happened and passed. The election has come and gone. We made our right moves and we've made our wrong moves. At this point, this is what the party is saying. It was not directed at any particular person that we have to make it a topic of discourse in Rivers State. It was not directed to anybody. It was a general statement to every party member that right now we are trying to chart a new course in the party at the national level. We are no longer going to be running after any particular chapter. Maybe we have litigation cases in court, we run to it and withdraw it and truncate to frustrate the effort of a particular chapter. Let everybody come together like what we suffered under the regime of IU. So if you want to talk about anti-party activity, it started from the nationals themselves. So now they have realized that they're the ones that are saying, look, come, this is what we have been clamoring for. That we all need to work together, we all need to move on one pace. In the constitution of People's Democratic Party, these things are drilled out. That's key. And for everybody, it was not a statement to any state or any particular person in Nigeria. It was a general statement to every PDP member to say, we are charting a new course. Let everybody come, let's see how we can move the party forward. So that is the way I see it.
All right, we have a very short commercial coming up. When we return, perhaps to respond to other questions. What moves are being made with regards to reconciliation, which was something he said. We know that the statement might be for all members of the PDP and supporters of the PDP, but then we also are aware that, the G5 governors and the former governor of Rivers State at the time were at the forefront of antagonizing the leadership of the PDP and its choice of a presidential candidate. Perhaps that would explain why the Rivers PDP even clearly had said it would support its governor at the state level, but at the federal level it will follow any instruction the leader of the party gave, which would mean that if comments like this come out, people would want to know where the leader of the party in the state and the party itself in the state is tilting towards. So after the commercial, would get your thoughts on that. And also the ministerial nominee of the former governor has brought up conversations with some people saying we thought the PDP would be trying to investigate himself and other members of the G5 anti-party activities, and even now is going to get a ministerial slots from the federal government, supposedly for a candidate he worked for. Well, after the break, we'll talk more on that. Stay on the line.
Stay with us.
anti-party, they should be punished accordingly. That's your idea for some other people. For some other people, the party should reconcile, and all of that should be let go of, and begin to look at how to make the party better. But which are you in support of? Would you want a reconciliation, or would you want for an investigation for anti-party activities and adequate sanctions be given out? Some people have even called for members of the G5 governors to be expelled from the party. Well, we definitely are going to hear from Sydney Gbara, the publicity secretary of the party here in Rivers State. But for you on Facebook, you can drop your comments. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You heard the chairman of the governors forum of the PDP, Bala Mohammed, say no one or individual should think that they are bigger than the party. He says everybody should be loyal to the party. He also mentioned the fact that nobody should try to no member of the party should try to sabotage, that's the word he used, sabotage the efforts of the party to try and reclaim, in quote, its mandate via the courts. We know that the matter is at the tribunal at the moment, and we're still waiting to know what the judgment would be from the tribunal. So let us know what you think. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. Now those are the numbers to call. On Facebook, again, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On Twitter, Nigeria Info PH. Mr. Gbara, thank you very much for staying with us. Good morning. Let me take a few messages and then you respond. This person says the so-called G5 governors on network should be expelled. Another person says they should be expelled from the party, period. This one says it's a welcome development. All right. We have a few callers on the line. Let's hear from Robin in a chair and get his thoughts before we get a response from Mr. Gbara. Hello, Robin. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrew. I'm listening to your guest.
All right, yes. Go ahead. You heard the question. Just give us your thoughts quickly.
Good. My thought is, you see, in Nigerian politics, what happened in 2023 election, for me, has introduced a new phase in the polity, which suggests that the party politics is beginning to be weakened by the powers that be. How do I mean? A party has constitution, which is leveraged under the Nigerian constitution. I listened to what Bala Mohammed said, the chairman of Governors Forum. And for me, that speech is only playing politics, because he himself was in the struggle to get back second tenure. And he has gotten it. How do you explain when the constitution makes provision for discipline of erring members, and that was not done? Everybody to his tent. People struggle themselves to get themselves to an office. Somebody can be in party A because you are not happy, and you support openly, publicly to another party, and you tell me that is politics. That is not politics for me. I know that politics is who gets what, how, and when, but not in the essence of sabotaging your party, which we hear party supremacy. I believe people should discipline themselves if party politics is going to continue. If not, the next election it will be worse than what we saw in 2023.
Chima is another George. Chima, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Okay, go ahead.
Andrew, I don't know where G5 say they want to investigate. Sorry, the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum want to investigate. What are they investigating? Something that is glaring, that the G5 governor have committed anti-party activity. It's clear. So what are they investigating? I want to know. Because when you look at several calls, you understand, Andrew, you can attest to that part. Many people, supporters of the former governor, have said that former governor worked for the emergence of archaeology. So what are they investigating? Look, we must tell ourselves the truth, Andrew. There is nothing to investigate. And PDP have been behaving so weakly. I don't understand. How you become so weak that a certain individual want to render the party, tear the party apart, and you're keeping quiet? What is he going to say if those people are being suspended and put aside and continue with your party? Nothing will happen. Everyone will not fall. You understand? So I saw my PDP has decided to blame and the gallery, and you want to investigate? Investigate what? It is clear that this man works for the emergence of the current president. you have to suspend him or expel him from the. It is clear. So you are taking appointment from the commission mayor in the state to ensure that the court is process the march.
All right, Chima. Let's move on now to Muriel in Africa. Thank you, Chima. Hello, Muriel. Good morning.
Efemi, good morning.
Morning, Muriel.
Is your Africa woman on the line?
Go on.
You see, Efemi, it's so unfortunate that PDP as a party that we all know as a strong opposition decided to allow themselves to be destroyed by one single person, which is Atiku. Giving way to the Labour Party to now be the stronger opposition. Look, Efemi, we know that they talk about party supremacy. We know that parties are bound by their constitution. Look, Efemi, the PDP cannot tell me that they did not see that this strongly and holding onto their walls that Atiku must go for them will not affect the party negatively. When you see that other parties like APC and Labour, they are tilting towards the south, and you decided to insist on going to the north again, you don't take people, you don't ride on people because of party. Look, these parties are sort of musicians that people can come in and walk out when you decided to trample on their rights or on their feelings. So I think the PDP should, whatever is coming to them, they deserve it absolutely. Now they should start working on how to bring back their big wins instead of working again, making more effort to further push their big wins out. They should try as much as they can to bring them. Otherwise, we are looking for a total collapse of the PDP.
All right, Miriam, thank you. All right, we'll take a call from Chidi and Solution, and then we come back to my guests. All right, Chidi Nelele, I think already hung up. Solution is in Rimolumeni. Solution, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, let's hear from you.
Yeah. Yes, I believe that the PDP should discipline the G5 governors, and especially the leader of the G5, who is the former governor of Rivers State. Remember that Atiku, being the presidential candidate, campaigned for the 30 states of Nigeria, but the former governor refused him, his own presidential candidate, to campaign in Rivers State. It's only in Rivers State that the PDP did not do their presidential campaign. You understand? And saying about Atiku begin to contest as president, he said that if the team is going to Southeast, that he will not contest, as he said. Then what is the governor? Make sure that the team was drawn to Southeast, not to choose president in the people. Rather, he went to Anambra State. I said the people should not support Obi, that they should support him. If they support Obi, they are going to win their vote. You understand? So as long as our former governor lost out, that's why he rebelled against the PDP. So what are they talking about investigation? Part of these people should be assessed to set the right. So anybody that has such an intention of doing something, what participate? You understand? So even as I'm talking, the former governor doesn't even care. He applied for me. He applied PDP long time ago. So all right.
All right, Solution. Thank you. Susie and Chima are on the line, but first, let's hear from Mr. Gbara. I would like to get a swift response to what some of the. I mean, you've heard most of the callers are saying. Well, what it should be would be an expulsion. There's nothing to investigate. There's nothing. Bala Mohammed should. What the party should be doing is expel members of the G5 and any other who had worked against the party's presidential candidate. What do you say to them?
No, well, like I said earlier, you know, I as a person, my views though, you know, I listened to the broadcast and I know it was not directed at any Rivers indigenous or any let's say Rivers people or particular. It was a general statement. But be it as it may, as party people, we can equally look at it and then give our thoughts. You know, party election has come and gone, like I said. Now we're on the pathway of what's next. And that is what the Amago-led National Working Committee in conjunction with the PDP Governors Forum are trying to look at, which I have already said that it's a step in the right direction. These are some of the things, the agitators were trying to drive home. That everything and whatever that needs to be done, it should be all inclusive. Let all parties be given opportunity, let everybody be given fair hearing and equal opportunity to participate in the affairs of the party. Let's say, for instance, there is popular saying that there's no way you would erect a structure that has a wrong foundation. The Constitution of People's Democratic Party allows for rotational representation, which otherwise is known as zoning. And in the Constitution clearly said it that if the North had taken power, let that same power rotate to the South.
Did the Constitution say anything about microzoning?
Of PDP, I'm coming. Rotation representation.
Okay.
Otherwise known as zoning. Now the PDP Governors Forum, I'm not saying PDP, sorry, Governors Forum in Nigeria that had members of governors who are from other political parties met and took that same stand that party representation should rotate. What happened in PDP? These are some of the problems. What happened in PDP? The National Working Committee did not obey or respected the Constitution of the People's Democratic Party. Who comes to equity comes to declare.
Mr. Gbara, that's what I'm asking. Does the Constitution of the PDP allow for microzoning?
That's the point I'm trying to make. Two wrongs cannot make a right. At this point, we as a party, we are saying that let everybody come together and let us see how we can chart our course from here. Look at the mistakes we made, correct it, look at the right things that were done, and stand on it.
Okay.
So that is the position of the party.
All
right. Antagonistic, no, I'm not saying, but we know that the statement of Bala Mohammed was not referred to PDP, University Charter, or any member of it. It was a general thing, and we are saying that is equally our position.
All right, Mr. Gbara, but then we're aware that if we were to look at the statement, some of the people that Nigerians would look at in the PDP and say perhaps did not support the presidential candidate are the ones that you and me and every other Nigerian know about. Hence, it led to the formation of the G5 governors, who we had some, they said any candidate from the South, and in that we had some who supported Peter Obi, like the governor of Benue State, former governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom. We had other governors who supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for instance, here in Rivers State, and other states for those that were involved in the G5. Now, another question I'd like to ask is, has there been any reconciliation talks between the national leadership of the party and perhaps the leaders of the party here in Rivers State, the former governor of Rivers State, or other members of the G5?
No, well, we are not going to start relate to the public, things, activities that are going on in the party. I'm not going to position to speak particularly about the governors, the G5 governors, but as a party here in the state, I have said it that we are open and we are disposed. So what has gone on or what is going on is not what we'll start talking about, on air.
Okay.
What we expect people to see is, in the near future, probably we are going to see a more formidable PDP. That is, if the leadership, stick to their word and follow it by.
Is that why the former governor is mentioned in the election campaign council for Bayelsa State? I mean, we know his name was mentioned there. The party in the state, were they aware of this election, or did they submit or suggest his name to be a part of that campaign council? How does that work?
Well, it's a national, and like I told you, we're all open to whatever we need to do together as a party, so that came from the national, and then we'll see how it will go. If still that's part of the extension, well, it's equally a welcome development.
Because some people think it might not be fruitful owing to the fact that the bad blood has still not been fully resolved or clearly resolved. They do not think, and many people are alleging and suggesting that, we don't think the former governor would be very active in that campaign council. Is that something that's going to happen with
No, that shouldn't be anybody's worry. Honestly, that shouldn't be anybody's worry. Let's see how activities will play out. It shouldn't be anybody's worry. Our leader is a party man, and he has always said it, that he's a PDP member, and he remains in PDP no matter what. But that wouldn't stop him from expressing his grievances in things that are not going wrong. and we can see that nearly everything that you are complaining about, look at where we are today, as a party. If you have done well, you wouldn't be throwing blames and accusations to people. You have everybody at your disposal for us to work together and achieve our aim. So that should be our drive. That should be our main focus right now. 2023 has come and gone. 2027 is the next target.
So the ministerial nominee, former governor is a ministerial nominee, and many have said, well, that alone means that the governor still doesn't hold any regard for the PDP, or isn't fully committed to whatever the PDP has to offer. Is this, I know you're at the state level, but is there any sort of concern that you might have had from the national with regards to the former governor's ministerial nomination?
Well, none, and I don't expect, because there is nowhere in the constitution of PDP, that stops members from being part of a government. If any, like I always say, it's just that our people sometimes are always very reluctant in accepting a new thing. We can't continue doing one wrong thing and expecting a better result. Politics are evolving, things are evolving, and I can see our political arena is equally, developing to a point where we are seeing, lots of new things coming up, new things happening. You understand me? So that our leader has been extended a hand of fellowship to come and be part of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. To me, is not anything wrong. That is how it should be. After politics is governance. And when we talk about governance and you have genuine, intention for the people, you equally look at those who you feel can help you achieve your dream. Those who can help you, those who can make the job easier for you. So it can go across the borders of your party, to approach anybody that that, this person, you think he has what it takes to act for government. This is how it actually is supposed to be.
Okay, let's take a few. Sorry to interrupt, but let's take a few messages on WhatsApp. The issue of G5 governors was a case of mutiny against PDP, which aim was successful as such. The issue of reconciliation should be completely ruled out by the party as a deterrent to others. This is from Emeka Monday in Aoda. Another one says, when personal interest overrides general public interest, this is the result. When G5's acclaimed integrity is not a reality and anti-party activities is no more a sin before the party, or no, the PDP is just like a grass cutter. It has cut the grass against itself. Chris Onyewanyi sent that one in. Another person says, Mr. Andrew and Sydney, the statement by Governor Bola Mohammed, all the PDP governors support, which is something I also was going to highlight, because he said all the PDP governors are supporting the PDP presidential candidate, which is, does that include the governor of Rivers State? Is he in support of the PDP presidential candidate case at the tribunal?
Are you asking me?
Well, as a member of the PDP, and the statement coming from your party saying all the governors of the PDP are in support, I'm pretty sure as governor of Rivers State, Governor Gbara is of a high position here in the PDP leadership in the state, and so such information, if that is the case, should be available to you. Bola Mohammed says that all the PDP governors are in support of...
I'm not in a position to speak for the governor.
All right. Reduce cost of governance and criticize the nomination of 48 ministers in his state. How many commissioners does he have? The constitution gave the president minimum of 37. That's one from each state, but he added 11 extra. The governors don't have any constitutional minimum. How many PDP states have number of commissioners less than the number of local government areas in their state? Okay, let's take some few calls now. Temple is in Rukwaku. Temple, good morning. Temple.
Good morning, the very distinguished Andrew. This morning, sir.
All right, Temple. Yeah, straight to your point, please.
Yes, sir. I salute my police secretary, Gbara. I celebrate you, sir. Very distinguished.
Oh, goodness me, Temple. I think he run out of airtime or something. Zion in GRA. Good morning, Zion. Straight to the point.
If their essence is to prosecute the 5G, I think that is a mistake. And planned and ill-fated decision by any group. For me, I don't know why whenever they talk about the PDP, they still see the 5G as their problem. Atiku is the problem of the PDP. Atiku bullied the PDP to pick that presidential form. I don't know why we forget so easily in this part of the world, but we are so quick to accuse and abuse people. Have we forgotten the Asada Accord? That the governors from the region agreed that power must come to the south. No form has been brought then. Atiku went behind and picked the form, and nobody said anything. Atiku, Seraki, and the rest of them were the people that destroyed the PDP 2014, 2015. The same people destroyed it. They came back after Governor Yesowike have resuscitated that party. See, I don't like when people use bias and hatred and ignorance to attack individuals. I'm an educated man and I love discussing issue-based conversations. The 5G proved to them that, look, we are the owners of this party. We brought this party when nobody was there. Look at the likes of Fayoshe. Wasn't Fayoshe the only loner boy attacking the APC then? The truth is this. The more you see the 5G as your problem, the more the PDP will collapse.
All right,
the only solution for the PDP now is for a unity, not just a unity government now, but reconciliation. We talked about unity government. Oh, if you have won election, connect other people to come and work with you. Also, now the Tinubu have seen the governor Yesowike from the PDP to come and work with him. We are now accusing governor Yesowike as their problem.
All right, let's go to David.
Former governor Yesowike, the leader of the new order.
David is in Yenegua. David, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Andrew. My name is David West.
All right, go on.
You see, Mr. Andrew, before now I've said it that indeed the PDP in River State will be in oblivion. As it is, the handwriting is very clear. You notice His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Siminalayi Gbara, was not present at that meeting. Conspicuously, he has been absent for 2 meetings that the PDP has held. That is to tell you that, indeed, the influence of the former governor, because he has already said it that, as far as he's concerned, as he's moving, or for the fact that he was not given the presidential ticket, PDP will be dead in River State. And that effort he has made to actualize. It's crystal clear that you wake up one morning and hear that the governor and all the members of PDP, they are fully moved into APC. Although we know now as it is, let me not say we, I know that their body and soul, they are all APC members. That was the reason why they were preparing the ground for the former governor to come and take over as the leader of the party in the state. By so doing, they decided to edge out the other people that have already formed the party, the people that have been in the party. PDP is even wasting time. Long ago, they would have suspended
the
David,
governor. Thank you very much. Quickly, let's get a response, final response from you, Gbara, to that in few seconds.
Hello?
Yes, few seconds. Let's get your response to that. Perhaps, the former governor joining the APC, or the PDP in Rivers State collapsing into the APC.
No, well, the former governor, our leader, is the one Yesowike, had always said it in every fora that he was not leaving the PDP. He is still a member of the PDP, and he will remain a member of the PDP. And that's our position. He's our leader. His position is our position, like we have always said it.
All right, Mr. Gbara, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We're already out of time. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
You're welcome.
Nigeria Info, Hello Port Harcourt is next.
Every morning is an opportunity to take your hustle to the next level. So, start every day with a great tasting cup of Nescafe